Magic 96, your one-stop shop for all things movies. From reviews, unboxings, and collections, I'm here to celebrate the magic of cinema. Now, let's roll the film. Today we're diving into Friday the 13th Part 2. Released just 1 year after the original's success, this sequel had double the budget. While original writer Victor Miller, director Sean S. Cunningham, and effects artist Tom Savini didn't return, composer Harry Manfredini did come back to score the film. But the biggest change, Pamela Voorhees is out, and her son Jason takes over as the killer. So how does this one hold up? Let's find out. This sequel introduces a new cast, though unfortunately, most of them didn't go on to have major careers. Adrienne King reprises her role as Alice Hardy, and Mrs. Voorhees appears in flashbacks. Steve Daskowitz plays the first masked adult Jason, and while it's his only time in the role, I think he does a solid job. We see him running while being chased by the deputy and creeping up on Jeff, Sandra, and Mark. It's disturbing and effective. Jason's look in this film is definitely divisive. He doesn't yet have the iconic hockey mask. Here, he wears a burlap sack, aka the potato sack, with one eye hole, paired with blue overalls and a plaid shirt. It's a love it or hate it design, but personally, I dig it. Not quite as iconic, but still effective. The film opens with Alice reliving her trauma in a nightmare, a decent way to recap the first movie, though it drags a bit. Once she wakes, the tension builds as we see Jason lurking outside. That reveal of Mrs. Voorhees' head in the fridge, followed by Alice getting an ice pick to the skull, brutal and memorable. Crazy Ralph is back with a new catchphrase, "You're all doomed," and a batch of new camp counselors. Although Scott's intro is awkward when he shoots a slingshot at Kirsten's butt and saying nothing, but I guess that's the point to make him a creep. The minute Ginny arrives late in her beat-up car, I'm a fan. She's sharp, witty, and strong, even standing her ground with boyfriend Paul. She's not your typical final girl, and that makes her one of my favorites. From using a chainsaw early on to later pretending to be Jason's mother, she's smart and resourceful. Plus, she's studying child psychology, which ties in perfectly to her showdown with Jason at the end of the film. Paul's monologue about the first film, with the slow zoom in, is chilling, and I love the red herring of his blue flannel matching Jason's. The film also adds a larger group of counselors, which changes the dynamic a bit, although we don't see them at the end of the film. The transition from Muffin the dog to hot dogs on the grill is darkly funny until we see Muffin's gruesome fate. It's a subtle nod to Halloween, especially with Jason's POV shots, like when he watches from outside Annie's house. Ginny cutting logs with the chainsaw is a brilliant setup for her later defense. And I love the cheesy but very 80s idea of, we'll just camp on the other side of the lake, we'll be safe. We finally see where Jason's been living, his rundown shack deep in the woods. The deputy's discovery of the place is a great touch. The decision to show Jason mostly from the waist down mirrors how his mother was kept hidden in the original. As for the kills, Scott's death feels dated. It looks like the blade's cut was filmed in reverse. Mark's death is my favorite, a machete to the face, followed by a wild wheelchair tumble down the stairs, brutal and iconic. Jeff and Sandra's double impalement pays homage to the original, but presents it from a new, inventive angle. Vicky's death falls a little flat, no real struggle or visible gore. Jason's full reveal happens around the 1 hour mark, and I love the way he's shot here, especially how he hangs Jeff's corpse like a trophy, adding that childlike eeriness similar to Michael Myers. Ginny locking herself in the bathroom and Jason bursting through the window still makes me jump. And yes, Jason even does the classic head tilt, another Halloween homage. Some fans don't like Jason's unmasked face when he crashes through the window, but I do. I've always interpreted Ginny's final moments as her possibly hallucinating Paul and Muffin's presence. I think he actually died during his wrestling with Jason, but what do you think? For me, Friday the 13th Part 2 is a strong follow-up and one of the better entries in the franchise. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. What do you think of this sequel? Do you love it like I do, or does it get lost in the franchise? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also check me out on Instagram at MovieMagic1996. Thank you so much for everything, and go watch a movie today.